Good morning, dear doctors. My name is Liuxinrong. A study on the influence of sports brand co-branding on consumers' willingness to purchase ANTA as an example. Agenda. Abstract. This study takes the co-branding of sporting goods brands as the research object. Firstly, it reviews the existing research results by combing through the literature related to the co-branding of sporting goods brands. Secondly, ANTA is used as a specific case to analyze the current situation of its brand co-branding, including the frequency of co-branding, co-branded product design, co-branded product sales channels, and opinion leader participation. Again, based on the SOR theory and the customer value theory, hypotheses are formulated and a conceptual model is constructed, taking into account existing literature. Then, to explore the relationship between the 7 variables in the model, this study uses questionnaire and mathematical statistics to conduct the analysis. The introduction. Sport has a global reach and as the universal language of the world, it has transcended the limits of space and time. Its fashion. There are indications that sports marketing has an impact on brand equity, but how much and to what extent this impact is the focus of this research. Research background. There is less authoritative literature on brand co-branding in domestic research on brand co-branding. The existing literature mostly describes the problems of brand co-branding in the general way and the process, solutions in terms of channels, selections of co-branding targets and catering to consumer characteristics according to the problems that arise, lacking in-depth analysis. The measurement of the brand association effect is mainly from variables in terms of awareness and lacks systematicity. There is also relatively little research on indirect influences, focusing on only a few variables, and the existence of some important variables remains to be studied and explored. Research objectives, questions or both. To sum up, this paper extends the existing factors influencing the co-branding of sporting goods brands and proposes different mediating variables to study the impact on consumer purchasing behavior. Taking the co-branding of brands as an object of study, the influencing factors on consumers' willingness to buy are analyzed in order to provide some reasonable suggestions for the development of domestic sporting goods brands. Research questions. How does co-branding awareness of sporting goods brands affect consumers' perceived value? How does the awareness of a sporting goods brand's co-branding target affect consumers' perceived risk? How does the march of a sporting goods brand co-brand affect consumers' perceived value? How does the scarcity of sporting goods co-branded products affect consumers' perceived value? How does the involvement of opinion leaders in sporting goods co-branding affect consumers' perceived value? The gaps identified. Theoretical and conceptual framework. Research methodology. Population. The author takes the marketing model and the strategy of Anta, a well-known domestic sports brand, as the research object and analyzes its current marketing situation in detail. Sampling. The questionnaires in this study were distributed in the circle of friends using the questionnaire star platform. The pre-study was distributed on a small scale in the circle of friends, and 48 valid questionnaires were collected. After variables, 3.8 instrument. The research tools used for this study included Word, Excel, and questionnaire star. SPSS is a statistical products and services solution software for statistical analysis, calculations, data mining, predictive analysis, and decision support tasks. Analysis. Validity, reliability. The Likert scale was used to ask respondents to answer the set of questions based on their own experience, and to select one option from the range of answers. The hypothesis summary. This paper proposes the following hypothesis. Customers perceive the value of domestic sporting goods. Brand co-branding positively influences purchase intentions. Customers perceive the risk for domestic sporting goods brand co-branding negatively affect purchase intentions. This contribution. Research on brand co-branding is slowly growing, but the literature on sports brand co-branding is relatively scarce. Limitation. Reference. Thank you.